God expects us to master courage. In the absence of courage, in the absence of faith, fear reigns. So people are afraid because there's no faith. Faith and fear cannot live in the same house. Likewise, darkness and light cannot live in the same house. Now, David was greatly distressed. The word distress here means discouragement. The word distress here means that failure. The word distress means that things are not working for you. David was distressed, but he did something. Distress will come. Anxiety will come. There will be a time in your life you don't know what to do with your life. There are some times in life you don't know whether to go left or to go right, whether to talk to somebody or not to talk to somebody. There's some things that you have not spoken to anybody about. Distress. But what did he do? And he says that, and David was distressed because the soul of all the people was grieved, every man for his sons and his daughters. But David strengthened himself in the Lord. But David, the word but means that a big U-turn. God might have spoken to you about something. You might have taken a faith journey and the journey has not ended up well. You might have said that I heard God, that God said I should do this, and it's not working. You might have said that pastor said this thing prophetically, but it has happened opposite. But David did something. David encouraged himself in the Lord. I came with the word of God this afternoon, this morning, this evening, that don't give up. So what the first thing you should do when you are discouraged, the first thing you should do when you are stressed, the first thing you should do when you are rejected is that go for the word of the Lord. David encouraged himself in the Lord, not encourage himself with his friends, not encourage himself with the husband, not encourage himself with the wife, not encourage himself with his possession, his beauty, his handsomeness or whatever. But David put aside everything physically, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. The first thing you should do when there's an issue is that when David encouraged himself in the Lord, but that didn't end there. Then David said to Abiathar the priest or the prophet, Ahemor, please bring me the ephod here. The ephod is something, it's like a prophetic token. So, for example, some people, some men of God, before they prophesy, someone have to sing a song, maybe one or two songs before they prophesy. So the ephod is something that is a point of contact for their worship. So it's like, oh, me, when I sing songs, then I feel anointed. When I sing song in my house, then I feel like praying. So something that triggers you to do something for God. You understand? So David said that bring it. When you are down, go back to your point of reference. That's why everybody needs a point of reference. Don't forget where God took you from. David went back to where God took him from. But in all these things, the Bible said that, and David encouraged himself in the Lord. David encouraged himself in the Lord. So he encouraged himself in the Lord. And what did he do? He went to the house of the Lord. I keep telling people every day, when you are down, don't sit at home and say that I don't want to go to church. When everything has been taken from him, he went back to the priest. He went back to his pastor. He went back to the church. He said, if God be for me, who can be against me? If Christ is with me, the hope of his glory. If Jesus Christ is in the boat, I will not sink. I came to tell you the word of God. I came to speak the word of God to you that don't give up yet.